Hi, this is Sue for my journey with Parkinson's. As you'll notice this morning, I have a bit of a gravelly voice, but that will hopefully clear itself as we go along. We are now in England, having come for a UK trip where we'll be spending all up 8 weeks away from home, so it's a big deal. So I'm doing the first recording of this trip with my new microphone that I've purchased for just this purpose, and 8 weeks is a long time to be away and not doing my podcast or my blog. So I'm trying to check in from time to time, talk about how things are going with the trip, anything that I'm noticing about myself, changes since we'd last been here, and just some commentary on how the trip's going in general. So we've been here about a week, and we're staying with my sister-in-law and brother-in-law in Leicester. And they own a farm, and my busy sister-in-law, she's been great at making time in her life to go places with us. We have just been to catch up with her 2 adult children and their children and have some family time, which has been wonderful. Things that I've noticed since I've been on holiday this time. I do feel more fatigued more easily than I did last time. I noticed that I'm less confident in my walking and describe myself to my husband as feeling more parkies this trip, particularly if we've been busy and active and on the go for quite a long time. Then I notice that I get quite lethargic and need to have a rest, a sit down, or sometimes when I've been able to come back here and have a bit of a lie down for an hour or so. Again, my voice is quite gravelly, but this is my morning voice, and this is the best time for me to be doing recordings while the busy household is not in-house, as it were. The farmers are out on the farm. My husband is sound asleep still probably, and here I am trying to do a bit of a blog just to catch up on where things are at. Jet lag. Jet lag is a thing that is real and affects all of us, I'm sure, to varying degrees. I do think that I am more affected by jet lag at this stage than I was previously. My Parkinson's seems to be slowly progressing. I'm noticing more effects like more trouble with my memory, more trouble finding words, and keeping up with conversations can be difficult when people are thinking, talking, and acting quite quickly. It's difficult for me to be part of the conversation sometimes. My voice is not as loud as it was, and when I have too long a sentence, the last 3 or 4 words might become breathless, and as they are starting to do now. Now I could re-record this when I'm not feeling so croaky, but this is the reality of my voice in the morning, so some days it'll be better than this, some days it'll be worse. So we've got a full itinerary planned, but we have a few days where we're just pottering around. Having got over the most part of the jet lag, we're now looking to do things and have some experiences, both as a couple and with family. So, yes, today is, I think, was it Wednesday? You lose track of what day it is when you're on holiday, I'm sure. It's not just parkies, people. So today's Wednesday, and I don't think we've got anything planned. My husband and I have an agreement that if he needs to go for a walk, if he needs to get some good exercise under his belt for 3 or 4 hours, I know that I'm not up to it at this point, and he's free to go and do that if he wishes to. So on Monday next week, we go on our first solo adventures, and we're going with a firm called Saga, and we're going on a trip to Italy, which is my bucket list thing, and we're going to have a look around. We're staying at a place called, I think, Lake Malvino, which apparently is supposed to be the most beautiful lake in all of Italy. So that should be nice. There is apparently a reasonably easy walk around the lake, and we may give that a crack while we're there. Gosh, my voice is really gravelly, isn't it? So yeah, the effects that I'm noticing, what are the effects that I'm noticing? Yeah, I'm noticing I'm more tired. I'm noticing that I have more trouble keeping up with conversations, which I've already said. And yeah, just that general lethargy. Hopefully this will pass and I will come right. But as the trip becomes more adventurous and we're more out and about, I envisage that I will get quite tired. The good thing is with my husband and I, with our relationship, he understands what I need. He knows that I need to rest, to be safe, and to really enjoy the experiences that we're having. Sometimes I may need to opt out for a while and just go and rest my body and my brain. I may do another recording a little bit later when my voice is not so bad, because it is pretty terrible right now. Some days my voice sounds good, sometimes it sounds not so good, and sometimes, like this morning, it sounds really gummy, really croaky, and that's just how it is. If I re-record and don't take these moments as they come, then I'm not showing a true picture of how things are going for me. So yeah, looking forward to the trip to Italy, and we'll do some boat trips and we'll do some other things. Apparently Saga, the company we're going with, is good. They have a rep at the hotel and they offer you excursions and things that you might enjoy. I had thought of doing an Italian cooking course, if there was one, just a day course to learn some nice new Italian recipes, but I haven't really looked into it. And hopefully my husband and I can do more things together than apart. So yeah, this is the beginning of the chronicle of my trip, the big UK trip, and yes, it's 8 weeks away, and lots of adventures, lots of time spent by ourselves, lots of time spent with family, and lots of time spent with friends. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I just hope that I can keep up. One thing I did notice, actually, when we went to the hotel where we stayed for a couple of nights, just yesterday and the day before, the room that we got was on ground level, which was great, but it did not have a shower cubicle. It had a shower over the bath, and it was quite a deep bath, so the step into it was quite high, and I had trouble getting my legs over and feeling safe, and had to get my husband to stand by and help me if needed, to get in and to get out. Now, I was quite shocked. We went and asked the proprietor, or whoever was at the front desk probably, whether they had any rooms that were accessible with shower units rather than having a step over into the bath, and they said that they didn't in the whole of the complex. So that was disappointing. I know it's probably an older hotel. It was a very nice hotel, but it didn't have provision for anybody who had any disabilities that needed a wet floor shower, or at the very least a shower cubicle to make them feel safer to get in and out. I certainly didn't feel safe, and I almost didn't have a shower one night because I just was a bit concerned that I might slip, that I might fall, and that would not be good for the holiday. So we haven't said anything to them, but I will write to them and just point out to them that it's unfortunate that they don't have these provisions, because for people like me, who though I may present outwardly as quite mobile, and generally I am, that I might need something in the way of assistance in getting in and out of a shower, if they're like this one was over the bath. So I think I'll call this quits. This is just an intro of what we're up to and how we're going to be spending the next probably 7 weeks, because we've been here about a week. And I'll check in about how I'm feeling, what we're doing, and what my thoughts are on how I'm managing my Parkinson's, my medication, resting and taking care of myself. So this has been Sue for Parkies and me. Kia kaha, be brave, be strong, be you.